Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. As you can tell, I am looking very different. Well, I'm looking like how I used to look a long time ago. I'm obsessed with this hair. I'm happy to be back to the dark side. Sorry, I'm looking over here. I'm in my bathroom and my mirror's right here. But yes, so as you guys can tell by the title, today I'm going to be showing you guys how I make a wig and also just give you guys a little review on this hair right here. This hair is from Alipearl hair, and I'll have all of the information, like the specs on this hair and everything, listed down below. But just in case you were wondering, this hair isn't 24 inches. I did cut some layers into it, but this like bottom length, that is like the length of the hair. I have a closure in 3 bundles, and I did make a wig. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to share with you guys how I actually make this wig. But first, I'm going to give you guys just my like review and thoughts on this hair. So if you guys are just interested in how I make a wig, I'll leave a timestamp below so you guys can like fast forward to that part. But in case you're not interested in that, I wanted to start off this video with my review and like my opinion on the hair and everything like that, just so I can go ahead and share that with you guys. As always, if you have not already, be sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell down below so you do not miss a video. Also, I'm starting a new series on my channel called Life Through My Eyes. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's going to be separate from my vlog, so I'm going to have like fashion videos, I'm going to continue to do hair videos, I'm going to have vlogs, and then I'm not sure how often I'm gonna post the Life Through My Eyes. Those are basically gonna be like daily vlogs, but probably not the talking. I don't know, we'll see how I'm gonna work it. I might do some videos, like I might repeat. I don't know, let me know down below what you guys think. And when I mean repeat, like I might do, because I want my vlogs to be longer, more casual, or I'm actually talking. But just in case you guys wanna see what I do and you don't really want to hear me talk that much, I thought like the Life Through My Eyes is kind of like a cool way to document my life and kind of give you guys more of a feeling and just like direct inspiration. So let me know down below what you guys think of everything. So as I mentioned, I do have a frontal. So there's ear-to-ear frontal, and there are 3 bundles. They all came in 24 inches. The frontal came in 20 inches. I'm going to show you guys the hair from the back. Now again, I cut some like random layers in, so I'm not too sure actually how it looks from the back. I just cut it from the front to just add a little bit of dimension, like this shorter piece here, because I just think it looks cute. But I am going to show you guys how I bleached the knots and also how I constructed and made this into a wig. But if you guys are wondering how I actually styled this and put it on my head, I use the exact same method as all of my other videos, so I'll leave that down below in case you guys are wondering how I apply my lace wigs to my head. I treated this wig just like any other wig. Right after I made the wig, I cut the lace off. I plucked some hair, like I tweezed some hair around the hairline, and then I just added in some baby hairs, and I also added an elastic band. But I didn't show that in this video because I didn't want it to be too repetitive, so if you're interested in that, I'll also have that link down below. But I just want to say that this hair is absolutely amazing. Like, obviously this is my first day wearing the wig, but if you guys watch my last vlog, I showed that I attempted to bleach the hair. So I've been playing with the hair a little while, and I do think the hair takes to bleach, but it's not, I don't think it's smart to bleach like curly hair to try to get it to a 613 blonde, which is what I was trying to do. But I did bleach the knots, and then I rinsed it out, so the curls and the closure look a little different than the curls and the rest of the hair, I feel like, right now. So I am gonna go ahead and like either co-wash or like wet the curls to see how they look. But this hair is so soft. Like, I really cannot stress how soft this hair is. It feels so good, and it's so thick. As you can tell, I have 3 bundles. This is all the hair to the front. Like, it's so thick. And it just looks so good. I just miss this hair. You guys know I've been having like, well, if you're just new to this video, you may not know, but if you guys have been watching and you follow me, you know I've had blonde hair. My natural hair, I did a big chop, but I keep my natural hair like blonde. And I've literally had like 613 hair as of recently, so I have not had like dark hair on me in so long. But I used to wear hair that looked just like this, and it was a wig from either Diva or Eva Wigs, and I used to literally be obsessed with it. So I'm just so happy that I have some like big curly hair again. I really love it. I honestly have nothing bad to say about this hair. I'm trying to think. The hair didn't shed or anything when I was making the wig, or like when I bleached the knots. I'm not getting any shedding. This is curly hair, but I'm also not getting tangling. The closure when I first received it and like when I didn't bleach the knots, coils of the curls on the closure were kind of like chunked together, if that makes sense. I don't really know how to explain it. But as soon as I run my fingers through it though, it kind of like separated that and got it to look a little more natural. And again, I am someone who like pushes my hair up and I'm like fluffing it up. So if it looks a little frizzy to you guys, do keep that in mind. I'm someone when I have curly hair, because I think like natural curly hair doesn't look perfect, you know what I mean? So I feel like when you get extensions and your curly hair looks too perfect, sometimes it's like an easy giveaway. So I like purposely like to kind of make some of my curls look really frizzy. I feel like a lot of the curls in the back are still super defined because that's where the bundles are, and I haven't really played around with those too much. Again, I was like manipulating the closure by like plucking the hair and things like that, so I've been touching it a lot. But yeah, I really don't have anything bad to say. I'm gonna continue wearing this hair definitely, so you guys will see my thoughts and opinions on it in either like some upcoming vlogs or other videos. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and insert the clip now so you guys can see how I went ahead and made this wig. So here you guys can see the hair exactly how it is. This is what the bundles look like. I ended up having 3 bundles, as I mentioned, as well as the closure, and the hair all came, each bundle came individually wrapped, and the closure came individually wrapped as well in a plastic bag. You're also going to need some scissors, a hair needle, and some thread. I use black thread because the hair is black and so is my wig cap. You're also going to need a wig cap. This is just like a regular wig cap that I got from my beauty supply store. And then I'm also bleached the knots, so I use 40 volume developer as well as some bleach powder and a little brush applicator brush that I'm going to use to apply the bleach. So I went ahead and I laid out some foil on my counter, and I just used 3 scoops of bleach powder. I actually ended up not even using all the bleach, so you probably can just use 2 scoops and you'll be fine. And I personally eyeball the developer, like I'll add a little bit in and I'll mix. And the consistency I try to go for when bleaching knots is kind of a thicker consistency. You don't really want the bleach to be runny as if you kind of would if you were bleaching your hair, because you don't want the bleach to run through the lace and get onto the actual hair as easily. Even though, as you guys are going to see, I ended up over bleaching my knots on one side of the closure, which usually tends to happen, but here I'm going ahead and I'm applying it on the closure. I'm just applying it everywhere. I'm using a really thick layer. Maybe if I used a thinner layer, that would have been better. I'm not too sure. Again, I'm still just learning, but I'm just showing you guys my method of doing things. So I let this sit for about 10 to 15 minutes and I went ahead and rinsed it out. I also have a foam head and a little like holder, which made this process a lot easier. And I went ahead and put the wig cap on the foam head. Now I suggest before you make a wig, trying on the wig cap ahead of time. I tried it on and it fits my head basically perfectly. I guess I have kind of a smaller head. But if you find that it's stretching a lot, you may want to, I know some people tape their foam heads to make the circumference and the size of it bigger, or just be aware of that when you're making your wig so that you can leave maybe some more room when you add your closure. But just, yeah, I would definitely try on the wig cap that you're using on your natural head before you go ahead and apply anything to it. So I went ahead and I'm putting the closure, like I'm placing it on top of the wig cap, and I just used some pins. I have pins like all on my foam head, as you guys can see. I'm just using this to place it. I first pinned around the front, which wasn't that necessary, I realized after, and then I went ahead and pinned around the back, which is the part that we're actually going to sew down. And then I went ahead and I just tied up the hair because it made it a lot easier, and I just sewed all the way around the closure just to hold it into place. And I'm sewing pretty close, but you don't really have to sew this close. It's really up to you. Also, when you do when we sew the last weft on, it's gonna sew again to the closure, so that's gonna add some extra reinforcement. Once we're done with that, I go ahead and I grab my bundles, and I like to double my wefts when I'm sewing them in on the first bundle, just because I space them out a little more, but I put them in the back and it just adds a little bit of initial thickness and length in the bottom. And then for the other ones, I single weft it just so that it's not so bulky, but I feel like on the bottom, it doesn't really look bulky because it's all the way in the bottom, so all the other hair is gonna cover it. So I just go ahead and I pin the weft directly to the head and directly to the cap, and then I'm just sewing along, as you guys can see. I don't really know how to explain this process. This is more of just a process you can watch, but I'm not going from edge to edge of where the closure ended. I'm actually kind of staying in the middle of the head, as you can see, the entire process, and I'm kind of just curving upward. You definitely want to make sure you're curving upward instead of under, just because if you look at the shape of the head in the end, the hair is going to fall a lot better. If you're curving under, when you get all the way to the top, you're going to be left with either gaps that you're going to have to fill in, or the hair is not really going to fall as nicely. So definitely be sure to be aware of that. That's something that I learned when I made my first wig, because in the end I had to add in some extra hair. So as you're going, just start to try to add a little bit of gap in the space of the wefts. I don't know if that makes sense, or you guys can see what I'm doing, but this just helps to create a nicer shape. And again, as you can see, I'm not going to the edge on any of the wefts. I'm staying kind of in the center, and I'm leaving a consistent about inch or inch and a half on each side of the weft, because that's where we're gonna sew the final wefts down, and it's just gonna help the hair to fall really good and to blend easily from where the closure is into the wefts. I sewed the last like 4 to 5 wefts going into that initial gap that I left, and this is just to help the hair lay really easily so there's no bumps on the sides of where you fold the wefts back, because I personally do not like to cut my wefts. I like to just, as you guys saw the whole process, I folded mine over, and sometimes when you fold over you can have a little bit of bulkiness, but leaving this gap and then covering it with the extra wefts at the end really can help from it looking really bulky. And as you can see, that is it. That is all I did to make the wig, and it was honestly so easy. It only took me a couple of hours, and I honestly like took breaks in the meantime. And yeah, that is it, guys. So again, if you want to know how I got from that last step to here, I have some videos linked down below about how I style my lace wigs. Again, if you guys don't want to watch the video and you're just knowing what I did go ahead and pluck the hairline. I do want to go in and pluck it a little more, just because if you guys can see, the hair is really thick. So I don't have this glued down, it's just kind of on my head right now, and I have the elastic bands, but the hair is really thick. So even though I did pluck, I feel like I want to go in and pluck a little more just to make it look a little more natural, if you guys know what I mean. But I really like just kind of like that messy look. I feel like if I try to put it this way, though, you see, like, I definitely need to pluck a little bit more in here because it looks really, really thick. But this hair is just so beautiful. Like, I love it so, so much. Yeah, so I plucked the hairline. I went ahead and added an elastic band from ear to ear. I cut off the lace, obviously, and then I added in a few baby hairs in just some areas, and that was it. I also just added in some layers. Like, I just cut a little shorter pieces around the front of the hair just to kind of frame my face a little better so it wasn't too just long and straight, and that was it. But if you guys want to see how to do any of that, again, I'll have the video linked down below. I obviously was using a different wig in those videos, but I just show you what I do for all of my lace wigs, so you guys can check that out. If you have any other questions that I did not answer in this video, be sure to leave it in the comments down below, and I'm going to answer any of them. If you guys want to check out this hair, again, I'll have everything linked down below, and also be sure to follow me on Instagram because you guys can see more photos of me styling the hair, as well as just different outfit posts and usually some behind the scenes to like videos and things like that. So definitely be sure to follow me on Instagram if you have not already. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Mwah! Bye, guys.